Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Another month has bitten the dust and I honestly feel like I just got on here and said, it's the first month of 2022. And here we are getting into the last couple of months because time flies when you're having fun, right? I have some favorites here. It's kind of a mishmash as it has been the past few months. Some fragrance, a couple of makeup items, and a few randoms. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what I have been loving in the month of October. I will start off with some makeup items. I don't think any of these are necessarily new to the market. And one of them is definitely not new to me. It's just something that I pulled out and started absolutely loving again this month. I have not included anything that I hauled in my Sephora VIB sale haul because I have not tried them long enough for them to become favorites. I am still forming my opinions. Some of those items will have separate review videos of their own, and then I will speak to others if I have any favorites for November. But the first one I'm going to talk about is one that I showed in my last, Friday's video where I was playing with new to me makeup. And this is the Perricone MD No Makeup Foundation Serum. Again, absolutely not new. Absolutely not a new product. And it's not even new to me. I had used this years and years ago and loved it, just didn't repurchase because I had a cajillion other foundations. But as this states, it is a no foundation, like a no makeup serum. It is very, very, very lightweight, as I feel like it should be for a serum foundation. And you don't need a ton of product to get a nice light to medium coverage. So I have the shade Nude, and it's just so incredibly lightweight. It does not feel tacky on the skin, like feeling it right here. There's a tad bit of tack, but not near what you would expect from a serum foundation. So if you're someone who doesn't like to set with powder, it may still be a good option for you. And if you haven't seen that video, check it out because you'll be able to see just the real flawless coverage it gives the skin. I am wearing it today. It's just easy. You can use it with a brush, you can use it with your fingers, you can wear it alone or with a full face of makeup, and it looks good every single time. It's got good ingredients. It wears well throughout the day. It doesn't sink into anything I don't want it to. It has all the qualifications that I personally have for a go-to repeat use foundation in my collection. Now, if you are a powder person, which I am, and you want to set maybe that foundation or any other foundation, but you don't want anything that's gonna look like a powder, you don't want anything that's gonna actually give coverage, you just want something that's going to keep the foundation in its place, maybe take down the shine an teensy bit, but still keep that skin-like finish. I have been loving this powder. This is from the brand Orsay Cosmetics. So this particular one I purchased myself along with some of the samples of the foundation. If you would like a foundation and powder separate review, please let me know. But then they actually sent me this powder as well. So I have two now, and I'm so glad I do because one of them is gonna go in my kit. When I first opened this, I was like, oh, I really like the packaging, but it's really bulky, right? Like it's much taller than other loose powders in my collection. However, it's some of my favorite packaging because when you open it, you have the powder, right? It's got a closable section over the actual opening, so it helps with mess. But this is the top. So you put the powder in here, your brush fits perfectly in that, and then you apply the powder. Now I know people are gonna be like, well, any cap does that, right? You can put powder in any kind of cap, but there's something special about the dome aspect of this that I feel like it gives a more even distribution on the brush than simply putting it onto a flat surface like most caps are. All that to say is I love the packaging, but the product is what really stands out because it is everything that I had mentioned. It sets the foundation, it gives a skin-like finish. I mean, obviously I look like I have makeup on, right? But I don't wanna look cakey. I don't wanna look very, very flat matte. There's a time and a place to be matte, but I don't wanna look flat matte, meaning I don't wanna look like my face is a piece of paper, right? I still want to have some liveliness to my skin. And I feel like this provides all of that. It comes in one shade, so it doesn't have a shade name, but it's called Come Closer Setting Powder. So Orsay Cosmetics, so good. Okay, and this is the one that is absolutely not new to me, not new to the market, but I pulled it out again. Where did I go? A couple of months ago, and I made an Instagram story using this as a favorite travel palette because it is when I want to take eyeshadow and not just use like blush and highlight for my eyes, which typically I do when I travel. But then I pulled it out again. I don't know what it was. I think somebody commented on a video. I clicked on the video. This is a video that I did. And I was like, oh my goodness, I really like that eyeshadow look. What was that? My foot just hit my chair and he thinks somebody's at the house. I was like, what was that? So because I always list and link everything that I have on my face, I looked and it was this palette. This is the BK Beauty True Beauty eyeshadow palette. And the eye look is the one I have on today. I don't know what it is about this, but it is just a very favorite eye look of mine. It is very neutral. There's nothing overly special about it, but I feel very put together and comfortable and just feel good when I wear this eyeshadow look. And this is the palette, if you haven't seen it. Now, BK Beauty is the line of brushes that I absolutely love. It is absolutely beautiful. It has mostly neutral shades in it with a pop of like a little purple. But the shades that I have on my eyes right now are Grace, Glow, and Brooklyn. So these three shades right there. This is Glow, that is Grace, that is Brooklyn. It's a very fast eye look. I love it. I have used other colors in this palette also to make very simple, fast looks. The formula is great. They're long lasting. I wore this exact same look yesterday. And when I went to wash my face last night at 10:30 at night, I was very impressed with how vibrant the colors were still on my eyes, because that can't be said for all eyeshadow formulas. But this one is a good one. So if you haven't gotten your hands on this, definitely check it out, especially if you are a lover of neutral shadows with great formula. So that is all the makeup. Let's go into the randoms and then I'll finish off with fragrance today. So the first random is oh so good. You have got to get your hands on this. I obviously am a scent lover. Okay, I think we've established how much I love fragrance, but I also love candles. I love walking into a room and having a waft of scent come over you. I love when people come over my house and are like, oh my goodness, it smells so good in here. I love scent. Bay Harbor Beauty came out with their aromatic scent diffusers. I have had diffusers, many diffusers in the past, none of which throw a scent, meaning project a scent as far and wide as these diffusers do, okay? She sent me one of them. I went and bought 2 more. That's how much I love it. This one is the one that throws the most. This is Apple Harvest. This is the one she sent me. I promptly put the reeds in, set it on my end table in my living room, and I remember it distinctly. This was the night of the Alabama UT game. Go Vols. And I was sitting on my couch watching that game, high anxiety, because if you don't know, my blood runs like orange. My parents had the same season tickets for Vols for over 40 years. I was raised to know no different. So I had, it was a big game, right? I was sitting there and I was like, man, what smells so good? I am not baking a pie. It smelled like I had an apple pie in the oven. And I even said something to Chad at one point. He's like, well, obviously you don't have a pie. I don't know what you're smelling. It was this. This smells like a glorious fresh apple pie, but not as much cinnamon. It really does. It's like an apple harvest. It smells so good. And it still, to this day, weeks later, when I'm sitting on my couch or passing by, I can smell it. This one is one that I have in my beauty room, and this is Minto Mojito. So good. And then I have Orange Blossom in my bedroom. So if you like a reed diffuser because you don't want to have to worry about leaving a candle lit or going through candles this fast, I feel like reed diffusers last longer than a candle does, at least for me. And if you like to support small businesses run by women, then definitely check those out. I am going to be doing an updated AM and PM skincare routine. I have realized it has been months since I have done that, and not a ton has changed, but I have incorporated some new devices and some fun new things that I'm definitely going to keep y'all apprised of in the coming months. But this I had to talk about. This was sent over with some new brushes, which I also love, from Refer. because they have started making some skincare items. Now they have a moisturizer, which I have. I don't use as much on the face because it does have niacinamide in it. And if I start really layering things with niacinamide in it, my skin will react. So I've actually been using that on my body and really enjoy that. This is their gentle cleanser. First of all, can we talk about this packaging? Beautiful, beautiful packaging. The essence is white with a black cap. It looks so good. So good on a bathroom counter, especially like I have white marble and just the contrast, so pretty. But this is a 15% glycerin, green tea extract, aloe vera extract, hyaluronic acid. It's a cleanser, okay? It's not like this groundbreaking change your skin thing, but I love the packaging. I love the actual consistency. It is like it's a gel, and it does foam up a little bit, but not enough to strip your skin. And to me, it's very refreshing. So I have been using this in the morning. I love how it's very easy to access, a few pumps, and you're good to go. Again, not the most luxurious, sophisticated part of a skincare routine, but one of the most needed. A good cleanser is definitely essential in a routine, and I have been liking this. The next one I am not going to hold up because it's way too big and it is very, very random, but I will put a picture up, and it is my Rebounder. My friend of mine will do a Rebounder workout every single day. We are connected on our workout app, and I get a notice every morning that she has completed a workout, and I can tell it's on her Rebounder. And she kept posting about it and kept talking to me about it, and I'm like, I'm gonna get it. And I'm like, it's just a trampoline. But then I thought back and I'm like, okay, when COVID first happened and nobody was leaving their house and no one was going to the gym, I remember I would go out onto our trampoline and jump and play around with my kids for 30 minutes. And it was like a cardio session. That was part of my workout because it really is a workout. So it's like, well, okay, I'll give it a try. I love it. Now I am not substituting anything for the Rebounder. This is an addition to my workouts. I still go to the gym 3 times a week to lift weights. I will do this in addition to Pilates and whatever. But the reason I love it is because there are some days where I just cannot get out of the house, or I don't have time to go to the gym and I need to supplement with something. And I will take my laptop and I will click a movie on and I will sit there and I will jump. Now there are many, many, many different exercises you can do. There's countless YouTube videos. I have done and watched so many that I kind of just incorporate some of those moves as I'm jumping. But before I know it, I've done 30 minutes and it's really good for lymphatic drainage. It's good for joints. What I have heard is that 10 minutes on the Rebounder is equivalent to a 30-minute jog. I don't know if that's true, but I'll take it. So I just wanted to let y'all know that that is something that I have added into my routine for an easy, good for you workout, especially if you have joint problems. All right, let's end this with my favorite fragrances of the month. I think you might be surprised by one of them, and I'll start out with that one. I purchased this one with my Ulta points. I was so excited because I had heard such good things. I knew that I did not like the original, but this was a flanker that people said was different enough from the original, and I just was excited because it had really great reviews. Got here, sprayed it on. I was like, oh, well, it's not really what I was expecting, but I think I kind of like it. I let Chad smell it. He was like, oh, I actually really like that, which y'all know doesn't come often from Chadwick. And then I was sitting right here filming a video for y'all, used it, was looking up the notes, and I was like, that's not what I wanted to order. And it absolutely was not. This is the YSL Libra Intense, okay, or Libra, it's Libre. I do not like the original, and I still hold fast to that today. I have smelled it countless times. I don't like it. End of story. I know it's very, very, very popular and very well liked, but I am not one of those people. They came out with a Libra La Parfum. That's what I thought I was ordering. I did get a travel size from the Sephora VIB sale. It hasn't come in yet. This is the intense version. And the reason y'all are gonna be surprised that I like this is because it has lavender in it. But it is, to my nose, different enough from the original to where I actually really like it. It has lavender in the top and the middle, but it is cut with citrus on the top. And then it has Orange Blossom, Vanilla, Tonka Bean. What I get is a more added dose of the Orange Blossom and Vanilla in this one than I do in the original, which the original I get mostly lavender. That's why I don't like it. This one, I feel like the lavender's there, but it's definitely in the background. Whereas again, I get the Orange Blossom and the Vanilla the most with a little bit of the citrus. And it's really, really, really pretty. Very long lasting. Again, Chad loves it. So if you weren't somebody who liked the original, definitely try out this next time you're in Ulta. This next one is going to be one I'm going to tell you right now, absolutely do not blind buy. Get you a sample first. One of the reasons I love it so much is because it is very different. It's from one of my very favorite houses. This is in my top 2 favorite houses of all time, and it's Maison Crivelli. And this is from their X-Straight line, which, if you don't know, Patchouli Magnetic from their X-Straight line is my favorite scent of all time at the moment. And this is the newest one that they came out with, and this is Amber Chromatique. So the inspiration for this is a trek through multicolored jungles in search for benzoin resins. And I can get that. This is a spicy, amber, somewhat balsamic, very punchy scent. And that punch comes from the pink pepper on the top, which is very, 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 very evident. It almost has like a cold metallic feel to it, but then that kind of dies down to where more warmth comes in from the amber and the benzoin and the vanilla. And I love this, but this is not going to be well loved by every single person. And again, that's another reason I love it so much. It is definitely something you need to wear on the skin, but just smelling this, it's like, it smells really good, y'all. Really good. I'm telling you, as a whole, do not sleep on Maison Crivelli, okay? Twisted Lily did send this to me. I will say, I had every intention of buying a sample. I would have purchased this after trying the sample. I purchased this, the Patchouli Magnetic, after trying a sample. I have Iris Malecon from them. My collection is growing. I love I think it's the Lise Solerberg is what it's called. I love that one. That's on my want list. Just try this out, please. Try it out. I love it. Now, another line that I have been interested to try, I have a decant of French flowers from this line, but this is Matier Premier, and I love that they have these little itty bitty 6 ml bottles available to try. So I purchased this one to try it out, and this is their newest one, and it's called Crystal Saffron. If you don't know what saffron smells like, but you do know you like Baccarat Rouge 540, then you like saffron. Because to me, that is one of the main notes that I can smell in 540. This is a bright, fresh, in-your-face saffron that I like way more than Baccarat Rouge. It's not trying to be complicated. It basically has saffron, musks, ambroxan, and incense. So not much going on, but that's why I love it so much, because it is a gorgeous, bright saffron. That is what I smell. I do smell a little bit of ambroxan. Some people have issues with that. I don't. I personally love it. And this is just beautiful. It is bright and airy and fresh, but it's still year round. Like, I can wear this in the cold. I think it's going to be fabulous. And it's going to be fabulous in the heat. So definitely, I think this whole house is not talked about enough, but definitely try this out, especially if you are a fan of the type of scents of Baccarat Rouge 540, because that basically means you like saffron in a roundabout way. So that is it. That concludes my favorites for this month. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And as always, I want to know what your favorites were in the month of October. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.